Hello everyone, this is Deinocheirus from Prehistoric Facts, and this is a Q&A episode, so let's actually get started, shall we? So, Benjamin, your questions, your first one. Are the claws of Deinocheirus more well-designed for defense than Dinosaurus? Yes and no. The yes part is that they can be used as defensive weapons, but mainly the Deinocheirus is not fully designed to do a lot of swiping. They're not really designed that way. Because remember, certain types of dinosaurs with like really large arms, they have limited amount of like motion or limited amount of like arm movement. You know, because like the large carnivorous dinosaurs, they have limits of like how they can actually move their arms. But like Dromaeosaurus and Troodontids are able to use their arms a little bit better. So do the ornithomimids. I mean, Deinocheirus is part of the ornithomimid family. I would probably say they do have a decent range of motion, but they're still a very robust animal. So I'd probably say they didn't use them for defense too often. They probably did raise their like arms up to show predators like, hey, stay away from me, otherwise you're gonna get a nasty surprise. You know, that's probably what it did. Now I think most, because like remember, the adults don't have to worry about that much. Have to worry about anything that much. Whereas like the juveniles do. Juveniles are the ones that have to worry about predators. Because that's pretty much what has to be done. So what it has to do with nature, you know, is that predators tend to usually go after the young or the very old or the very weak. Whereas a healthy adult, predators are not going to bother doing it. So like Tarbosaurus is not going to go after a fully grown healthy Deinocheirus. It's never going to do it because it's too risky, too risky. So it can be used for self-defense, but they're probably more likely to just use as to actually scoop up some vegetation towards them so that they can actually feed on that vegetation. That's probably more likely what they're actually going to be used for. Because also there is studies done on the claws of Therizinosaurus and also Deinocheirus, and it's showcasing that these animals are not designed their claws are not designed to do a lot of handle a lot of stress when it comes to say swiping at a predator. The claws are not designed for that. They're mainly for like a utensil to actually grasp hold of vegetation. Why did Dromaeosaurus have a more robust skull compared to its cousins? Well, it's because Dromaeosaurus is one of those types of dinosaurs, mainly the raptorial dinosaurs, that actually has a much wider skull compared to other dromaeosaurs. It has a wider skull. It's because they have a lot more muscle attachments. They have much larger muscle attachments basically on the neck and even in the jaws. And it's because they have a much stronger bite compared to other dromaeosaurs. So Dromaeosaurus would have one of the strongest bites amongst the dromaeosaurs. And that's pretty much is that they have the strongest bite amongst dromaeosaurs, one of them. Now, would there be another one to actually come up at some point? Yeah, absolutely, definitely at some point. There might have been one that has already been discovered. It's just that the skull went missing. And so we need to, there's pictures of it. It was a dinosaur that was recently described this year. So, but yeah, it's definitely a possibility. There could be one that would have a much stronger bite than Dromaeosaurus, but we just have to see. Why does the skull of Nigersaurus always point downward? It's where the spinal cord actually goes in. Because remember, it's how a skull is going to be designed, and basically the head place, where the head is going to be attached to the neck, is going to determine how the animal is going to be able to, how it's designed, how the animal's designed. And with Nigersaurus, the hole where the spinal cord goes in is in a very unusual place compared to other types of sauropods, because most sauropods, the hole on the back of the skull where the spinal cord goes in to the brain is basically on the back. It's basically on the back of the skull. But with Nigersaurus, it's actually underneath. It's underneath the skull, and so it's not going to have like a skull that's going to be like facing, like pointing forward. It's actually pointing downward. And so this is an animal that does not have a very good range of motion in terms of its head. It's because its neck is very horizontal, and so it actually is going side to side most of the time. And it's because Nigersaurus is an animal that tends to feed on low vegetation, and with the teeth that are in front of its jaws, and it's a lot of teeth in the front of the mouth, to actually just basically cut vegetation, very soft vegetation, and basically swallow whole, use the gastroliths in its stomach, basically the stones in its stomach, to grind up the vegetation and to help digest that vegetation. And so that's pretty much what Nigersaurus was more likely doing, is that it had a downward skull, just basically like that, and it's basically having its neck go side to side like that. And so it's basically about where the spinal cord enters to go to the brain. And Pachycephalosaurus versus Ankylosaurus versus Triceratops. Which of these great defensive plant-eating dinosaurs would win if they fought for food? That's a tough one. But I would say that Pachycephalosaurus would have different type of vegetation to eat compared to Ankylosaurs and Triceratops. And so since these animals are part of the Hell Creek Formation, I'd probably say that, like, even though Ankylosaurus does have like the best defense of all of them, Triceratops is no joke though. Triceratops is no joke. I would think that Ankylosaurus would actually keep its distance from Triceratops, because Triceratops is one of the larger herbivores in its environment. That is besides like Edmontosaurus. But yeah, I mean, like, that's going to determine. But I think it's going to be between Ankylosaurus and Triceratops. But like, Pachycephalosaurus doesn't stand a chance. Like, Pachycephalosaurus would have the speed, but not the power. It would not have the power. And so Pachycephalosaurus is out. Whereas like Ankylosaurus and Triceratops, it could go either way. Like, if the Ankylosaurus does get a really good shot at the Triceratops with its club tail, like, say, hits like both of the horns, Triceratops stands no chance. But if Triceratops is able to use its power to basically lift the Ankylosaurus off of its legs to basically roll on its back, then there's definitely a chance for Triceratops to win that fight. But like they probably didn't fight for food that much. They probably didn't, because like, these animals more likely avoided each other. Like, there's occasions where you would probably have them pretty close together, but I think Ankylosaurus was more likely going to be living in the denser forested areas, whereas Triceratops is a little bit more in towards the both forested and open habitat, whereas Pachycephalosaurus is going to be like majority of the time in the forest, but it could actually be out in the open habitat. And so that's more likely what's going to happen. But yeah, but not too bad of a question. And then Alex, your question: do you think that Disney's Dinosaur needs a second movie? I'd say that like how the movie ended, it kind of made it seem like it could actually have a second movie, but like I'd probably say more likely not. I don't think Disney's going to go that route, because remember, Disney's Dinosaur, which actually came out in 2000, was not considered a success. It was considered average. It was like a moderate success, but even though it was not a big financial boom for Disney at that point in time for this movie. And so Disney kind of looks at this movie as like, we don't need to make any more movies of this. We don't need to make any more movies of this. It costs too much money, and also, if the cast does want to come back, we're going to have to pay them more, and so on and so forth. But in like today's age, like if they did do it, I'd probably say it's going to look very, very different compared to the original. And so it might actually look way more animated than what, like, say, it would look more like, say, like something like, say, out of like say, you know, Toy Story or The Incredibles type of animation, and I don't think people want to see that in terms of a dinosaur movie from Disney. And so But yeah, Disney's Dinosaur is very underrated. I would probably say if people have not, if any of you have not seen that movie, go watch it. Go watch it. It's not as bad as what people think it is. It's not that bad. Like the CGI is awesome, and like the story is really good. It's a really really good story. It's just that some things just kind of don't make sense at times, and also the iguanodons kind of look really weird compared to the other dinosaurs that were in there. But like, yeah, it's a pretty good movie. It's not like say Incredibles or Toy Story good, but more like on the realm of that. Like it's a cult classic in that type of realm. But yeah, I think it's a cult classic. I do enjoy the movie. I watch it from time to time, and like the characters are really good, and the CGI is really good, even though the lemurs don't look really great in the film in terms of the CGI, but the dinosaurs are incredible. Dinosaurs are amazing. But like I would probably say no on the second movie. Like, could it happen? Maybe, but I would say I give it more like a 0.0001% chance of that going to happen. And so I would not bank on having Disney's Dinosaur having a second movie. Like maybe like say like 10 to 15 years, maybe like the new CEO of Disney kind of looks through like archives and they see like a script for a sequel for Disney's Dinosaur, and they kind of go like let's give this a try, even though this movie is like decades old. Like, let's give this a try. Let's try it again, let's see if this actually can work. But you never know. You never know with some movie studios these days. Anyway, that's all the questions I got for you today. Next week will be a special episode. I'll let you guys know what kind of prehistoric animal I'm going to talk about. And it's from via requests. And so if you got any suggestions of what prehistoric animal you want me to talk about, it could be a dinosaur, prehistoric reptile, mammal, amphibian, fish, shark, you name it, mainly a vertebrate. Please put them down in the comments down below, because I would actually love to hear your suggestions. And also, it's got to be at least an animal I haven't done in years, mainly since that some information has changed, or even an animal I have not even done yet. Please feel free to do it in the comments. Because remember, make sure you look through the special episodes on the special episodes playlist. And you can actually find out which ones I have done and which ones I have done in years. I have done many, many years ago, and probably the information has changed and could actually do an updated version, or even one I have not done yet. Please feel free to put them down in the comments down below. So if you want to send me a request for what type of prehistoric animal you want to talk about, mainly a vertebrate, please let me know in the comments section down below for a future special episode. I already got a list that I'm already actually building up for special episodes, and so I'll let you guys know what kind of prehistoric I'm going to talk about next. More likely sometime this weekend. And anyway, but if you got any questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life, feel free to email me at Deinocheirus71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts at Deinocheirus. Like the page, you can post your questions on the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messages are for private conversations, so please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post. And also for YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel according to my analytics. So a lot of you guys are checking out my channel and not subscribed yet. So please feel free to hit the subscribe button, and also hit the like button, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. The more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And also share the video, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And also, you can hit that notification bell so that way you can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out. And also, if you go onto my channel, go into the post tab, you'll actually see polls. I'll post polls every 3 days on the channel so that you guys can interact. And also, I post like updates on videos and even some paleontology news when there's like some really cool information about of like say a new dinosaur, or like is there new information about a prehistoric animal. I would actually post it and give you guys the journal article that actually came out for that too. And so in special episodes, I always put journal articles of the latest research on those types of animals that I actually talk about. And so just to let you guys know about that. And yeah, so go check out check out the post tab, interact on the polls, and also you can keep up to date of what videos are coming out, and even some paleontology news on the post tab. And also for YouTubers out there, leave your questions in the comments section because I do read them all of you guys just sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube. You guys are awesome. You're giving me some great questions for these Q&A episodes. It means a lot. And also make sure you keep your questions short to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at Dino.Chris.pf. That's my Instagram handle. Go and check it out, and I post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads, same thing, at Dino.Chris.pf. I post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of the people around you, and also for your people out there to make solutions, your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. So the best motivation you can have a good education. It's very important to have a good education. With a good education, you get a good job in the future. And that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.